his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. Thinking about him all the time. I can't get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Oh, the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new, even if we're staying in bed. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I wanna now, 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 now. Yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want.
Hey, won't you stay a little bit longer? I'm sorry, didn't mean to, but I heard you cannot undo it. So please stay. I know that we've been fighting, but can't we just hold up? Maybe stay up, try to make things right. I don't know why I did what I did. Somehow I think that I lost my head. Don't know why. Don't know why. I have realized when I'm with you, I wanna do what it takes to make you see, make you see that we'll be alright if
Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokémon Sun Rainbow Wedlocke. In the last episode, we didn't get to do too much. It's actually been a really long time if you happen to be watching this live. We headed north of the Tapu Village here, heading up to meet up with Acerola, and we got ambushed by Team Skull Plumeria. And I didn't expect that that's where we would lose yet another Pokemon on this adventure, being Bub the Starmie. And Tecton the Turtonator pulled out, luckily, and survived. And at that time, we still hadn't even seen the new members, being Camfrina, Beware, and Kriara, the Staraptor. And you guys still haven't even seen them in battle other than the training montage to this point. So half of our team right now you haven't even seen in battle other than a training montage. That's pretty bad. We're getting to the point in the game where deaths just keep coming, and it's been really hard for me to get motivated to jump back into the playthrough, which is why you haven't seen anything from me for a while. But hopefully I'll be able to jump back in full force here, and everything will go okay, hopefully. I'd like to make it at least a couple of episodes without having any problems. That'd definitely motivate me to keep going for sure. So obviously, as you guys just saw, I did do training, and I did get everybody up to level 34. Camfrina and Calphite weren't level 34. Everybody else was, except for Brimstale, obviously, being the new member, and I trained him up to 34. It took about an hour and 45 minutes. It wasn't fun, but I ended up getting it done finally. And this is his moveset right now. I actually don't want Bulldoze on right now. Bulldoze is going to be one of those situational things that I switch in and out for Grass Knot. Grass Knot's actually the only grass type attack that Brimstale's going to be able to get until levels 54, I believe, being Horn Leech, which is an incredible move should he still be here. But if he's not, it doesn't really matter. Energy Ball is also a TM that I can get, but I don't know where you get it. I didn't look it up because I'm pretty certain you don't get it until really late in the game. I think he'll be level 54 by then anyways. And if I'm wrong, somebody will correct me. But it'll be really good to get if I could get it early. Because not having a grass type move on my grass type doesn't really feel very good. So I'd like to have something to counter like water types and ground types and stuff other than Grass Knot, because it's not the greatest move in the world, as many of you know, unless something is really heavy. And in that case, it'll be a great move to have. So speaking of ground types, actually while training, I headed over here to see if I could go into the Haina Desert, and they played the little cutscene that says you can. You can go in here after you've beaten the ghost type trial. So I'm going to go ahead into the Haina Desert next. I'm not going to do too much here because there's not really too much that you can do here. But I did want to come here and get an encounter. Now, I believe there's only one thing that I can get. And I want to get it in a rustling... Well, there's only one thing I can get running around, and I believe that is Sandile. I don't know too much about this place, but I don't really want Sandile. I don't care if I do. If I get Sandile, that's fine. But I actually want to get Trapinch, oddly enough. And Trapinch, I believe, is found in the rustling spots. So I wanted to Spur Repel and get a rustling spot encounter. Who's up front? I have no idea, actually. I think it's Bellamord? Yeah. Who would be best to catch a Trapinch? I'd be able to escape with Kriara, but Kriara can't really weaken anything. I don't know who I want to catch it with. I haven't really used anybody yet. I could have Rock Tomb, maybe. I'm going to put Camfrina up front, just because I can lower its attack. And I don't think it can do much to Camfrina, so that's the thought process there. And I'd actually like to, if I get Sandile, I'd like to go for something. I'll actually talk about that here in a second, but I'm going to get my encounter. Hopefully it's a Trapinch. I think that'd be the coolest thing that I can find here. It is. It's a Trapinch. Okay, that's really cool. So we could potentially have a Flygon down the line, which is interesting. Not the game you'd expect yourself to be using it in. Funnily, and ooh, it's level 31? I didn't know that. That's kind of scary. I'm gonna Baby Doll Eyes to start off. Hyper Cutter. Right. Okay, I wasn't thinking about that. Crunch won't do too much, obviously, because we're really bulky and we resist it. But one thing that I was thinking of is if I got a Sandile, there's a really unique Pokemon that you can find here, being Cast Form, which might be shown off right here, because they can only be called in when a weather effect is going on, like Sandstorm. And it, unfortunately, just called in another Trapinch for us, but that's fine because now I can safely weaken it. I'm actually going to go ahead and try to weaken the one on the left, because it's a lower level, and I'd rather have a lower level one, and they're easier to deal with because it's not as threatening. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. That's fine. It doesn't really matter at this point. Ooh, Earth Power scares me because it's a special attack, and we're not gonna really get a boost from Fluffy here. I mean, the Leftovers is gonna continue to heal me. I don't really feel threatened right now. The best thing it has to deal damage to me is Earth Power, probably. What is it getting? Oh, just the Sandstorm I was gonna say. I was like, why is that plus sign there? It's there for everybody, my bad. So I guess we'll weaken it with Bulldoze, because I can't lower its attack, unfortunately. Not that it would matter, as it has Earth Power, but I'm just going to go ahead and use Bulldoze, hopefully lower its speed, weaken it a tiny bit. Yeah, that's good enough. If a Cast Form does get called in, I would actually consider catching the Cast Form instead. Any Pokemon that's called in from the SOS method, I am allowed to catch over my first encounter, as long as it's on my first encounter, being this Trapinch. Cast Form's really unique, but it doesn't seem like it's going to come in. I'm not going to grind for one. I'm just going to go ahead and take what we've got, being this Trapinch, and I'm going to go ahead and throw a Pokeball at it. I'll throw a Luxury Ball. Let's try and get it in a cool-looking Pokeball. If it doesn't work, I'll just go for an Ultra Ball, and we'll call it a day. So let's see if we get a Trapinch. And we did! Alright, Trapinch is a really cool encounter. I'm glad I got Trapinch. In my original Moon Wedlocke, I actually got a Gabite here, and I used it on my final team. My Garchomp, being Nacre, was one of my favorite team members I used in the playthrough. So maybe, just maybe, my Haina Desert encounter in this playthrough will also serve us very well, just like my Garchomp did in the past. So, Trapinch is the Ant Pit Pokemon. It can live for a week without eating a thing. It waits patiently at the bottom of its nest for prey to appear. It reminds me of that episode in Hoenn where there's those big sand tombs and Trapinch is just at the bottom of them, like with its big jaws. I always found that pretty funny. So, as you guys know, my naming theme is NPCs and monsters in the online game RuneScape. So I'm going to go ahead and check my list for a name for this Trapinch, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I've got a name on my list that I like the sound of. It doesn't really have too much of a meaning for a Trapinch, per se. There was a name I really liked that kind of looks like a Trapinch, the monster does anyways, but it doesn't really look at all like a Flygon, so it doesn't really make too much sense. So these two NPCs are, I believe they're brothers. There's two. They're brothers, as far as I'm aware. Don't quote me on that. But they both collect ancient artifacts. I don't know too much about them, but I know that they both look the same and they both have similar sounding names. And ancient artifacts kind of reminds me of like a desert or a pyramid, which is where we, caught the Trapinch, in a desert. So I'm going to name it after one of them. I haven't actually decided, so I'm going to do that on the fly here. I don't know which one sounds better. Like, anybody that knows RuneScape, when I say the one name will know the other, so definitely let me know if you thought the other one would be better. But I'm actually going to go for that one. Yeah, alright, I'm going to go ahead and name this Trapinch Mandrith. We have Mandrith, the Trapinch. Mandrith. We have Mandrith, the Cranidos. Oops. So, I probably won't ever use the other name, and if I do, it'll be cool. But the other name I'll go ahead and let you guys know is Nastroth. So, I suppose I am going to name the Trapinch Nastroth. So, I think Mandrith sounds a lot better than Nastroth in this case. So, let's see what Mandrith's preference is going to be. Its nature is careful, which means it likes females only. So, it's an opposites, but it likes females instead of opposites. So it's the same idea, but it's not as regular as likes opposites, I suppose. So there we go. We have Trapinch. Mandrith, the Trapinch. And let's send him to the PC. So we got another Pokemon, which is cool. It's been a while since we've caught something. I mean, we caught... What was it? What did we catch? We got a Klefki, right? I'm pretty certain we did. So we got to Repel Up, but we could still run into those rustling spots, unfortunately. I'm going to heal up Camfrino with a Super Potion really quick, and then we can make our way through the desert. I don't actually know if there's anything I want to get here. I know we can get the Psychium Z at the end of this, and I mean, we might as well. But I don't know what goes for, like, other items in here, and I don't remember actually how to navigate this place. I know you follow the stones, like this is one, so we go through this way first, I believe? Yeah, and then... 2? God, I have no idea, actually. 2? I have no idea. I apologize if this is, like, cringy. Oh, here's 1, because of 1 stone. I always counted the bottom one as, like, a pedestal, but I guess that's not correct. I don't know, but here's a Zygarde. Core? I always get these wrong. They're cells, right? Sure, we'll go this way. I actually probably won't explore this place, but if anybody tells me of any items that you can find in here that are worth getting, I'll definitely come back for it, like off screen or something. But other than the Psyche MZ, I don't think there's anything here that I'd want. I couldn't find a hidden item there. I checked. Well, vaguely checked, I suppose. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. I don't think this guy does anything. What's he say? I got dust in my eyes. Dust everywhere. Even my Pokemon are rubbing their eyes. Really? That's it? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to Tapu Village, and we'll continue on with the actual story. Okay, guys, I properly healed at the Pokemon Center, and I changed, I marked, Mandrith. No, I didn't want to go this way. I marked Mandrith and moved him to the correct box in the PC. So with that being said, we're finally going to go ahead and get the Sharpedo ride, which is going to be awesome. But I do know there's a couple of trainers up here that we didn't end up fighting, just because I never really came this way properly, other than getting beaten down by Plumeria. So, yeah, it's this guy. I recall him having a Alolan Marowak for some reason. I did put Bellamord up in front, and we can grab a Hyper Potion over here. I don't think there's any hidden item over here, but we can check. Nah, nothing. Well, there might be, but I didn't see anything. Alright, so let's go ahead and fight this guy. Excuse me? I'm literally right in front of you. I didn't even push anything, and he's just like, oh, sorry, I had my eyes closed. I was daydreaming about something. Didn't see you there, bud. So, apparently this guy, Ace Trainer Yuki, likes to daydream. Does he have a Starmie as well? No, it's just a Sandshrew. So, an Alolan Sandshrew, because, you know, because he's not a sightseer. It slipped my mind. Anyways, Bellamord should be able to handle a Sandshrew, right? Like, they're not an Ice Steel type yet, right? It doesn't tell me, right? I haven't caught one. Ooh, I haven't seen one. I suppose we'll fake out and find out then, because, like, there's no other reason not to. Yeah, it is a Steel type. So it's a Steel type before it evolves, so they're Ice Steel all the way through. Good to know. This is Hidden Power. Psychic. I can't remember, because I use it to beat fighting types. So, I guess we'll just bite it. It'll be neutral, and since it's just a Sandshrew, hopefully it'll go down. I don't know. I just don't want to switch into Calfight just for a Sandshrew. Yeah, Slash would do a nice chunk, I'm sure. I wanted to be at full health for the Alolan Marowak. But I guess I don't really have much of a choice at this point, do I? I don't want to fight it with Calfight, obviously, but I do have to keep in mind, remember this throughout the whole playthrough, I can always switch to Tecton if I absolutely need to, but since Tecton's getting kind of close to the level limit, I kind of want to leave him out of things for a while. But if it comes down to life and death, I'm definitely going to switch into him. But I think at this point, I should be able to take a hit from this Marowak. I would like to think so, at least. And if not, well, I don't know what to say about this series if something crazy happened like that. Okay, it's just going to go for Will-O-Wisp. Scared me, but we'll SP next turn and take it down regardless of the being burned. So I'll heal that up after the fight, and then we can finally get Sharpedo ride. I'm just going to say this right now. I almost came here and got the ride Pokemon before I started training, because training in the water with Lapras sucks. It takes so long to run into a Pokemon. It's like, it's like, I don't understand. It's like slower than, I sound like a high school girl who just got stood up. It's like, no, it's like, I'm trying to think, it's slipping me. Surfing in Diamond and Pearl, like it's slower than, maybe I need to not record for another month. I keep saying alike. I swear, I haven't been around high school students or anything. Like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't say like, do I? Like, I'm sure I don't. Like, I've done this. I've done this before. I remember this. There was a series that I did this, spiel about like before. Oh well, I'm gonna put Calvite up front because, water type trainers. I've not been into the recording mood lately. I don't know. I haven't been used to doing it for a while, so it's kind of slipping my mind. And now that Crystal has been formally announced, like, it's been a while since I recorded Crystal. So, since I was recording that, like, I'm used to cutting all the time, and not used to, like, talking constantly. They fit in those sentences, I swear. Anyways, we can talk to your brothers Grimsley. I actually never got that reference. Marriland used that as a title one time. I guess I'm too millennial to know the song reference. I'm gonna say neither. It's like heads or tails. Neither. It's gonna be coin. This is a pretty cringy cutscene. Astonishing. I had indeed been planning to have Skarmy snatch it out of the air as it spun into the sky. A loss is a loss. I don't know what's up with Grimsley here, but we got the Sharpedo ride pager, which is pretty great. Because now we can go through water at reasonable speeds. Lapras isn't slow per se, but it's not fast. But this, ooh boy, you can barely control it. You can't contain this. Oh yeah. Alright, so I still have a repel up, so it's not gonna run into Pokemon. Like, So how you guys been? Wait, I just said there was a repel up. Is there not, or is the Pokemon here just super high level? Because if this is a higher level than my Calphite, I'm kind of worried because it's a Pelipper, and if it has Drizzle, we're in trouble. Nah, we's fine. We's fine. I'll take it out because what's it gonna do? Water Pulse me? If you confuse me, I'm gonna be mad. Why am I showing this? Who cares? It's a dead Pelipper. And, like, they give a lot of experience, I believe. I wanted to train on Pelipper, but they kind of dangerous, especially, obviously, for... well, not for Brimstone. Yeah, for Brimstone, because it's weak to flying. I'm so used to Calphite not being weak to flying that it's interesting. Because, like, Bug and Grass, I kind of get confused sometimes. And, obviously, Brimstone is most certainly weak to your flying-type attacks, Pelipper. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put Camfrina and Kriara up front, because I haven't still never used them on the channel. They kind of need to be shown. Same with Brimstone. Brimstone has no grass-type attacks, though, as I said. Meaning it's kind of redundant to use him against water-type trainers. I mean, he resists water, but that's about it. We got a trainer over here that's not a water-type trainer. I don't know what she has. I'm just going to walk around her. Obviously, I fight everybody, but I wanted to get this. Ooh, that's crazy. TM93 Wild Charge at this point in the game? I know it causes recoil, but in a challenge that I can heal, it's not bad. And it's a good physical electric-type attack. Like, it might be really good to have on Calphite. I'm not going to get rid of Spark for it, but I'll consider it at some point. It doesn't damage you that much recoil. It's not bad. It's not like a Flare Blitz or something that does a massive amount of recoil damage, like Head Charge. Not Head Charge. Head Charge is a little. Head Smash. But that little bit of recoil damage can be really deadly at times. I hope this trainer doesn't have something that's going to destroy Camfrina and Kriara in their first fight. Nah, just an Alolan Vulpix. I mean, I should have predicted this. Remember I said, based off of trainers and your surroundings, you can normally predict the future. And since we just fought an Ace trainer with an Alolan Sandshrew, it only makes sense to fight an Alolan Vulpix sooner or later. And since we fought Alolan Marowak, what would be the other Pokemon? I actually can't think of it. Ooh, that counters both of these guys. I swear there was a comment that was like, Kriara and Camfrina would be great unless they come across an Alolan Vulpix or Ninetales. And that's their first battle. But, I mean, it's a Vulpix, so I should be fine. I know it's a Fairy type, but we've got Steel Wind. Oh, right, that's 4 times super. Oh, it's not a Fairy type yet then, because Close Combat was super effective as well. So it's just a normal Ice type. Not normal Ice type, but an Ice type. If that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Alright, we got a defense raise from Steel Wing at least. I'm glad it hit. And a Haunter. Yeah, I don't see any reason why I can't stay in. If this thing uses Destiny Bond, we have issues, Game Freak. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be madder than I've ever been mad before. But no, it didn't seem to. Well, it could. It's not priority. It could still, but... Confuse Ray. I don't care about your Confusion, Haunter. What does this look like? I don't know. Actually, Confusion normally does bother me quite a bit. I'll probably hurt myself right here, but that's fine. I'll go for it. I was gonna switch, but I'll take the risk. Yeah, we hit. Cool. That's it for Haunter. Alright, what is your final Pokemon? I think her name was Carla. Carla. I can't remember. Carla, what's Carla's last name in Cheers? I don't remember, but she has a Wigglytuff. That's actually kind of cool. That's a Fairy type in this game, right? No, it's not. It's a normal type. Yes, it is a Fairy type. I had one. Is it? Yeah, they're Fairy. I can't remember if like they stay normal or not. I'm pretty sure it's Fairy, so I'll stay in. I was going to switch into Camfrina and, you know, kind of break 1-2 punch it down, but it's a Fairy type, right? Oh yeah, I haven't fought one yet, so it won't tell me. I'm pretty sure it's a Fairy type. Alright, Steel Wing that thing. Oh yeah, we snapped out Confusion right away. Kriara, you're already proven yourself to be an amazing Pokemon on the team. And Wigglytuff is not doing that for Carla here, going for Defense Curl, just like, fight's already over, might as well just curl myself up in a ball and cry. Probably what I would do, to be honest. Not really. You know, I don't give up. What is that? What do I look like? Somebody that gives up, like that Wigglytuff? Wigglytuff's actually used to be one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Still kind of is. It's probably up in the top 50 at least, but you know, that Wigglytuff wasn't really a team player. Kriara is, though. Did you see how good that first battle was? Swept her down without even taking damage. Partially thanks to Wigglytuff at the end there, but, you know, well, Haunter too, because, like, Confuse Ray, and it snapped out of confusion really quickly. It didn't even hurt itself. You're doing great, Kriara. Just don't die right away like Bub did. I'd kind of like to not have a death until, like, Lusamine. Well, not at Lusamine, but, like, you know, give me a while. Let me beat Guzma. Let me do all this stuff. I just don't want to deal with any more deaths. I'm done. Like, I want to play the game. It's kind of hard to play the game when you have that. I'm telling you, every Wedlocke ever. You go great. Like, the first half of the game, you steamroll and you're doing amazing. And everything falls downhill about midway through, and then you cry. Oh no, one Pokemon. It's a Gyarados, isn't it? Oh, it's a Tentacool. That's fine. Camfrina has Bulldoze. I should be fine. Yeah, unless it has, like, Scald and burns me and then brines me when I'm half health. And I'm just like, oh, why'd you have to do that? No, we should be fine. Barrier. What? When I was a kid, I used to think Barrier was like Light Screen and Reflect in the same thing. But no, it just raises your defense. It doesn't actually stay up. If it switched out right now, that defense would go bye-bye. But, and I mean when I was a kid, I'm talking like little kid. You know, it would make sense back then. Wait, I don't know why I freaked out. I was like, wait, I'm weak to that. No, I'm not. I just get worried because, ooh, you just made a big mistake, Tentacool. You poisoned my bear. And now I don't have guts, but I do have facade. And you're dead. There's not much you can do about this. Facade 1-2 punch, you done. But I might leave the poison because it's not toxic. Like, I mean, not for this fight. Obviously, it only has one Pokemon and I'm faster now. What? I thought it was faster because I lowered its speed 2 stages. Camfrina, you're slow. I should have known that. But, you know, I'm going to leave the poison after the battle. Probably just heal up with the Super Potion. That way we can facade pretty much everything we run into. The only problem would be if we run into something with Venoshock. And his name was Jared. My name is not Jared. Don't get it twisted now. My name is Jarrett. Don't say it like Jarrett, though. Like, you know, like, that's how, like, an English person, I feel, would say. Well, hello, Jarrett. No, it's not Jarrett. It's Jarrett. But I don't know where I'm going with this. But I swear, I was called Jared every single day of my life when I was a kid. Because I had this, there was this grade above me. You know, the grade that was above me. There was a kid in my class, well, not in my class, but in the grade above me, named Jared. And everybody used to think we were the same people. And they used to be like, aren't you supposed to be in my class? I'm like, I'm in the grade below you. And he's like, Jared, right? No. But you'd be think, well, we're probably the same height, or we look similar, right? The kid's like 4 feet tall. I don't know how he ever anybody got this mixed up. And it wasn't just one teacher. It was every teacher ever thought I was Jared and he was Jarrett. And I'm like 6 feet tall and he was like 4'11". I don't see the similarities there. Like, we didn't even act alike. We didn't talk alike. We weren't friends. You know, I'd get it if we hung out all the time. I didn't never talk to this kid. I talked to him, like, maybe in, like, kindergarten. Because, like, I think he was in my class. Now that I pointed out the like thing, like, oh... I'm regretting this already, but I'm gonna do it. I feel like they have fighting types. I think one has Starmie, maybe? I don't know. It's been a while. Please forgive me, this is the transition episode. I feel bad for the people that are binge watching this series a year after it's been recorded because they're just like, I just watched all these in a row and this guy is like super funny and then this episode is just like, well then, what did they do with the Corm? I don't know. I don't know what happened to me. I don't even remember catching Kriara in a love ball, but that's pretty cool. I kind of remember now. Kriara's gonna intimidate both of these boys. Got a Golduck and a Slowbro. That's a psychic type. Yes, it is. Well, we're gonna take out Slowbro, like, immediately then. It's probably slower than both of my Pokemon, so I should be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and Aerial Ace the Slowbro and Facade the Slowbro, and it should go down. I'm worried it would, like, Psychic Camfrina, but even with a Psychic, I don't think it could take me out. Zen Headbutt? That's your real worries, bud. Not really. I have Fluffy. You did, like, this much, bud. You might want to go home, Golduck. You're not fun. You suck, and your buddy Slowbro's dead. You should have done, like, a follow me real quick, even though I know you can't learn that. you know, so your boy can get a psychic off, because it would have been a little better. It's that situation where it's just like, I know you're better than me, you should probably take the first punch type situation. But no, it's like, I'm cool and I'm good, and you just failed your team. Fight's over, Golduck. You're sitting there all sad, looking pretty miserable. I like Camfrina and Kriara. Like, I like them from training, but using them on the actual channel, it feels good. And you know what? Just because I know they can't do nothing to my boy, I'm gonna go ahead and close combat just because I love the animation. If this is like... Wait, it outspeeds Camfrina. Don't make me. I was gonna say, don't make me regret that decision, but luckily it went for Camfrina anyways, and I missed. No, I missed. Goodbye, Golduck. You're done. Like, I like Golduck without... I feel bad for Jake, was it? I don't know. It said Yumi and something, and it started with a J. They just had a Jared. Like, Jake and Yumi just sound like weird names. Why would they? No, not Yumi. Yumi's like normal, I suppose, for a Japanese-based game. But Jack? Where did they come up with that? It's just like... It reminds me of that Niga Higa video way back in the day, how to be ninja. And it's just like saying... I said this on the channel before, but they're like saying all these crazy names like Suzuki, Honda, Civic, and then it's just like Bob. Anybody ever seen that video? I have. Like, I used to watch those. That's what made me want to be a YouTuber when I was a kid. Me and my friends used to watch his videos. How to be ninja, how to be gangster. I don't know. They were so good. Like, I don't think he has them on his channel anymore, but I'm sure they're archived on YouTube somewhere if anybody wants to see those. They're mildly inappropriate, but they're all in good fun for the most part. Sure. Who did I put up front? My grass type. That doesn't have a grass type move. Perfect for a water type trainer. Hee, I'm not a mermaid. I've got a special power that I'm not afraid to use. So come on, this is our adventure. Nobody's gonna get that reference. And if you do, you're probably not male. It's okay though if you are, because I am. And I know it. So yeah, I've binge watched all of H2O and I enjoyed it greatly. It was one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So if you get that reference, you deserve a boss stamp. What? Love Disc made me flinch? Brimstallion not off to a great start here. I didn't just train for 2 hours for you to not be off to a great start. You need to focus up, snap out of that attraction, not fall in love with the piece of crap disc that looks like a heart. Wait, is that why it's called Love Disc? Because they carved a heart out of a disc and made it into a fish. Speaking of weird Pokemon designs, have you guys seen the gold and silver old Pokemon designs that never made it into the game? I have. They're interesting. Quillfish was supposed to get an evolution. That's so cool. Like, I've always wanted Quillfish to have an evolution. It almost wasn't never used. I want to use a Quillfish. That's the goal on the channel. One day to use a Quillfish. It'll happen. Promise. They're just so hard to catch everywhere that they're kind of hard to get. Like, if you could catch it on the first route, it would be cool. And like in Johto, they don't do it any favors because you can catch it on like the route after Faulkner, but you have to have the good rod. Well, you have to have the old rod, but it has to be swarming. But if it didn't have to be swarming, I would go for Quillfish 100% of the time. Like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if I could get that instead of a Wooper on the next route after Faulkner, every time I'd play through with Quillfish. It's just awesome. But no, you gotta go wait for the swarm, and by then you already got a Pokemon there if you're playing a Nuzlocke, and then if you're not playing a Nuzlocke, you're like, why would I go back to get a level 10 fish when my whole team's level 30 and then train it up? It's just not efficient. It's not convenient enough. That's how bad Grass Knot can be. Like, it's 4 times effective, but Corsola weighs about the ounce of a penny. The ounce of a penny. The disappointed. But yeah. So Grass Knot, it's not gonna be pulling its. And I am below half health. Nah, I'm fine. It's a water type attack, but I resist water at least. That's good. I'm just glad it didn't use what's it called? Rock Blast. Rock Blast could have put me under the water here. Brimstale, you trying? I know. Hornleech would make you a god. You would be the best Pokemon on the team. Speaking of worst Pokemon ever. We've got ourselves an Alola here, which is canon because I've dabbled in the Sun and Moon anime and they've said it more than once. So it's canon and it makes me happy. Because think about it. Does it look like Alomomola? Maybe, but does it look like Alola Mola? Ask yourself the question. They've been hinting towards Gen 7 since Gen 5. They're like, what's the region we're gonna do 2 regions down? Alola. Let's name a Pokemon after it. But don't spell it the same way, because then people are gonna catch on now. It'd be like if you named a Pokemon Hoenn. Hoenn, like that'd be an... Wait. It doesn't sound appropriate, but yeah. It'd be like name a Johto Pokemon Hoenn. And it sounds like a water type. Right? Kind of. And you'd be like, this is a region. It sounds too perplex to be a Pokemon name. Brimstale, you're just taking too long, buddy. I know you're trying your dangest. Wait, is Alola Mola heavy? Drop its big butt in the water. Come on. It's not heavy. I'm just glad it didn't use, like, recover. If it has recover, because, like, I'm done with Swimmer Nikki. If that's not her name, we're calling her Nikki. Nobody refer to her as anything else. It's probably not Nikki. If I get this right. It wouldn't count because, like, everybody would think, oh, you saw her name already. I actually had no idea what her name is. It's probably not, though. Swimmer Alexandria. Okay, I remembered it was Alexandria before it rolled across the screen, so yeah, I guess I did see it. It's one of those things, like, kind of like a false memory. You see something and you're like, did I see it? Not a false memory, you know what I'm saying. All right, so we actually get something really cool up ahead, I think. No, I don't want to fly. Why would I want to do that? Now I gotta edit these screens. You guys know those screens in the menu. I swap those every time I open the menu. That takes a lot of editing time just to look a little bit cooler. Nobody notices. Aw, this bub. He looked at me! Look at me from this side. He did! Look at me from this side. Hello. I'm over here. I bumped you. I bumped you, bub. It's so cool. Catch plenty of Pokemon and fill up those PC boxes and you can develop your Pokepelago. Yeah, I actually checked out Pokepelago. Nothing there. It's not my friend. Is there any Pokemon trainers over here? Oh yeah, we already did it. So, we actually get something really sweet up here. We get a new Pokemon. And you might be like, there's nowhere we can catch anything up here. Actually, there might be. I mean, we got the garden, which, I don't really care about the garden. I mean, we might be able to get a Cottony. That'd be kind of sweet. But is Cottony in Sun? Well, we got Route 16. I actually don't know if there's anything I want to get here, so I'm not going to get it this episode. I know I'm bursting so many bubbles. I'm going to heal up real quick, though. Okay, I went ahead and healed up. So I feel like Camfrina and Kriara have the potential to be fan favorites. I don't know why. They've just got this feeling that they're going to be, like, number ones. I don't want to fight him with Brimstale. I decided I'm not going to fight him with Brimstale. He's up front still, I think, so I'm going to crawl under here and get myself a good TM. I actually don't even remember what it is. Is it... Nah, I have no idea. It is TM81 X Scizor. Oh, wow. That's not what I expected. That's a really good TM, though. I don't think anybody on the team can learn it other than... Ooh! Brimstale can get it. It's not a grass-type attack, though, unfortunately. I don't want Brimstale to have it. I'd rather him have Grass Knot for now. I'll probably switch out X Scizor and Bulldoze, though, on him for... You know what? I'm feeling Brimstale is the best option for whatever the scientist guy has up his sleeve. What do we have here? A PB up? I almost said, is this a Carbos? I wasn't entirely wrong in the realm of what it could have been. It was a vitamin. Vitamin to Benjamin. You can drop off Ape. Nobody gets my references, because listen, I'm one of those kids that grew up in a house with a grandmother, and she watched TV Land about, what, let's say 24 hours a day? That sounds about right. And, you know, you got your Golden Girls, you got your I Love Lucy's, you know, the old stuff that no millennial to this day and age has ever heard of, for the most part, except this guy right here, because I watched it with my grandma every day. So I know all these oldie shows that nobody knows, except, like, your 40 and 50-year-old people, because, like, they watched it growing up. And, you know, your moms and your dads. And if you go ask your mom right now, or your dad, if you're about in the age range of 10 to 20, and you live with your parents, go ask your parents, did you watch I Love Lucy growing up? They're probably gonna say yes. If you're from America. I don't know what they watch in the other countries. Or Canada, you know. It's the same idea. I can't think of what Charjabug can do to me. Bug's not super effective against Ghost. Well, it's not very effective against Ghost, right? So, it's neutral. Acrobatics isn't neutral. I knew it wouldn't knock me out, though. If it crit me, it would have. So how about we don't? Let's just say we stayed in with Brimsteel. So if anybody ever asks, we stayed in. And we just go ahead and switch out Tecton because I can. You know, it's his partner, so. Crunch. Oh, I didn't think about that. That would have been pretty bad. But yeah, I watched all those old shows. So Vitamin of Vegemin is a reference to I Love Lucy. I have to tell you because nobody knows that. If you do, another boss stamp. You got more boss stamps than anybody on the team has ever had. It's pretty cool. But non-existent person number 4. Like, ooh, Brimsteel, level 35. Forest's Curse. What is this? Forest's Curse. The user puts a... I know what the move is. I just know when it does. Puts a Forest's Curse on the target. Now Grass type. Ooh. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's not worth a slot. It's not worth a turn. But it's kind of cool. Ooh, a Alolan Muck. We obviously don't want to fight that with your boy Brimsteel because it's a dark type. So, this isn't great. I mean, I've got your boy Bulldoze over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and Bulldoze this Muck into the ground. Quick Claw is going to take effect because I'm pretty certain Tecton's slower than anything I'll ever fight, even Muck. So, I don't know what it's going to do. Crunch time. That's fine. I'm worried about your boy Tecton here. I know it can't crit me, so I'm fine. So 2 more knock it out, and I don't think it can do anything to me unless it goes for like Sludge Bomb and poisons me and crit. No, it can't crit me. So yeah, we're fine. I don't think it can do anything. Ooh, except that. That's not cool, Muck. You might want to not stop. Well, no. You might want to stop. Yeah, I'll go for it again. Come on, hit. Yeah, boy. Thanks, Tecton. I appreciate that. Extra goofered today, if you guys haven't been able to tell. It's been a while since I recorded, so it makes it hard. I almost said it makes me harder to record. No, makes it harder to record. And it makes me goofier, because it's been a while. I got all this pent-up frustration on the video game. I want to take it out on you guys and let you guys' ears bleed for about an hour. Yeah, so hope you guys appreciate that one. So I'm going to go ahead and... I'm not going to heal, because... I'm not going to actually fight anything else this episode, I don't believe. But just in case somebody happens to snipe me that I had no idea existed, I'm going to go ahead and put Cal Fight up front. Everybody else is 35 or 36, which is pretty sweet. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves an encounter. So it's a gift Pokemon. So if we walk inside this building, this is where we finally get to use those Zygarde cells that we have been accumulating throughout our journey. And it's Tina and Dexio. They're like, I'm going to explain the reassemble unit here, blah, blah, blah. All this science-y stuff that nobody really cares about. So Dexio was just like, hey, this kid doesn't care about this. He just wants a really cool Pokemon. So I've collected 10 or more cells and cores combined, and she's going to go explain anyways. So it's got something to do with Zygarde, and we can use those cells to form an actual living, breathing Zygarde. So we're going to assemble those things in that machine, and this is going to count as a gift Pokemon. I'm able to use this thing since I'm never able to actually get it to 100% form. I think it's reasonable. I'm allowed to use 50%, and I'm allowed to use 10% and 50%. Anything but 100%, so it's up to me. And I think the only thing I can get right now is 10%. I don't even know if I can get 50%, but if I can, it'd be much later in the game. So we're going to go ahead and assemble a Zygarde. We're going to go ahead and use the Zygarde Cube, because we don't have a Zygarde. We have to get the Zygarde first. The 10% stored in the Zygarde Cube will form Zygarde 10% form. Is this okay? Yes, it is. We're going to go ahead and assemble this big boy, and a new Zygarde has been assembled. I'm never allowed to disassemble it because I think it makes a completely new Pokemon. I don't know if I'm wrong on that one, but it's going to go into a Pokeball, and we're going to be able to give it a nickname. So it's a real Pokemon. We can nickname it. It's a legendary, obviously, but it's not very good. It's like a Pseudo legendary. It's actually a pseudo legendary, my bad. I always say Pseudo. I don't know why I do that. But it's no stronger than Garchomp, I believe, which I've used, and it's the same type as Garchomp, which I've used on a personal lock of mine, so I feel like it'd be kind of cool to use. So Zygarde, order Pokemon, 10% form. Its sharp fangs make short work of finishing off its enemies, but it's unable to maintain its body indefinitely. After a period of time, it falls apart. So with that being said, I'm going to check my list of NPCs and monsters from the online game RuneScape, find a name for this Zygarde, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright guys, I've actually got a couple names picked out for this thing. I'm pretty sure it's genderless, I'm just going to go ahead and check really quick. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I actually have a really cool name. It's after a hunter shop owner. I thought it'd be cool because it's a dog and, it would hunt, I would assume. I liked the sound of it, but then I went down and then I saw the name of a god in RuneScape, which I really like because it actually is like nice alliteration, I think is how you would say that. It starts with a Z, and Zygarde starts with a Z, so it sounds cool. Not alliteration. I don't, it might be. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm trying to think of it. It might, I have no idea. But anyways, it's the god of fate and control. And Zygarde is the order Pokemon. Actually, that actually doesn't make any sense. But it's cool. I like the way it sounds. Ah, that's tough. I am going to use it, actually. So this is the god of fate and control. It's a god in RuneScape. There are several different gods, and I just like the way it sounds for Zygarde. So I'm going to go ahead and name this Zygarde Zeros. We have Zeros, or Zaros, depending on what you like to say. I like Zeros, the Zygarde. So we have Zeros, the Zygarde. And you see what I mean? It sounds all cool together. And we can check its summary and see what its preference is going to be. And its nature is gentle, which means it likes females only. So since it's a genderless Pokemon, I actually forget how genderless Pokemon work. It likes females only, so kind of like how Bub liked males only. He can only be paired up. This can only be paired up with females. So it can only be paired up with an ace, I believe, or another genderless Pokemon that likes any, or an any Pokemon that is female. So the pairing options are very limited for this thing. That's why I'm allowing it. And if we end up getting to use it, it'll probably be paired up with Tecton or Brimsteel. Actually, no, they're both male. So it's going to be really hard to use Zeros. But if I do, it's there. So let's send Zeros to the PC. It's a shame it wasn't any. Not that it would have mattered, but it would be easier to pair. That's fine. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and mark Zeros in the PC and move it to the correct box. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, I know it's been a long time, a like is appreciated, helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Pokemon Sun, feel free to subscribe. And in the next episode, we're going to finally make our way to Po-Town. I don't know if we'll make our whole entire way there, probably not, but we'll make a good chunk of it done. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.